Grandma, it don't get much prettier than that, does
All
it?
right, y'all. I'm telling you.
Good gracious.
25 minutes
Mm.
in the oven. All right.
Woo.
Now, I'm not sure how to do this.
I would suggest
Without
cutting
it.
it in half,
No. Mm.
but you're not going to do that. You're
No.
going to dip the whole enchiladas.
Oh,
Don't they
my.
say that? The whole enchilada?
Whole enchilada. Y'all look at that. Does that not look good?
Wow. If you take that whole enchilada, you're taking a lot of chalala.
Does that not look good?
It's beautiful, Grandma.
Okay. We're fixing a taste of it for you.
Let me guess, Grandmama. You're planning to do
You
a
will-
YouTube video.
Yes, but you'll never guess what we're going to do.
I have no idea.
He never has an idea. Good morning, y'all.
I see the whole pantry here on your little table.
Good morning, y'all. I'm Rose from Grandma Rose's Open Pantry, and Jenny and Promise have been with me for about a week and a half. So I've been doing a lot of really, really good videos. So if you haven't caught my videos in about the past week and a half, go back and check all my videos. They're really, really good. And today we're doing another one. Her internet was out, and she works from home. She's a nurse practitioner. She works from home, and so she had to come over and work from here. So that was such a joy to have her and Promise here. They would go home at night but come back in the morning. So Roy and I really enjoyed it. First time we spent time with her. She's our youngest daughter in years, and it was really, really nice. I mean, we see her, but not every day, because she lives about 20 miles from here. So, all right, today we are doing chicken enchiladas. We did Tuscan chicken yesterday.
Stuffed peppers.
We did stuffed peppers, Southwestern stuffed peppers one day. We just had some really good food. So today's gonna be another one. Now, I've got all my ingredients out here. I'm gonna make my own enchilada sauce. I have a can of red enchilada sauce in the back, but I wanted to show you how I make my own. We don't eat like this very often, and I'm using zero carb tortilla shells. So, but if you're making your own enchilada sauce, always get the fire roasted tomatoes. They just elevate the flavor. They just really make it so good. Now, we love tacos. We love spaghetti, lasagna, but things like this, I don't know, we just never have eaten a lot, but we're gonna eat it today. Now, this is a 14.5 ounce can of my fire roasted tomatoes, and I got my recipe written down here. This is 1/2 cup of chicken broth. It is apple cider vinegar, 1/2 tablespoon, and that's all it calls for, is 1/2 tablespoon. And I guess the acidity in the apple cider vinegar maybe does something, I don't know. 1/2 cup of onion, and I've got one already kind of cut here. Now, you can do this in your blender, but I've got my immersion blender out back here that I'm going to use instead of getting out my big blender. So this is 1/2 cup of chopped onion, or onion. You're going to chop it all up anyway. So, all right. That's 1/2 cup of onion going in. Now, I guess you can use onion powder here, but I wanted the fresh onion. All right, now this is 1 tablespoon of, it calls for brown sugar. I'm using monk fruit, brown monk fruit. Use whatever sweetener you want in yours, but I'm using the brown monk fruit. All right, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of, this is cumin, 1 teaspoon of cumin. All right, and and 1 teaspoon of chili powder. And this is dark chili powder. I think dark chili powder just gives it another element of flavor. 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. 1/2 teaspoon. And you can use minced garlic or fresh garlic if you want to. All right, let's see. Our chicken stock. All right, I got everything in it. All right, now we're coming over to the stove. And I'm gonna stir it up first. You wanna come right here, baby? Now, I'm gonna take my immersion blender and because I want this smooth. Now, if you want yours chunky, that's fine. Do not lift this blender, this little immersion blender. If you do, you're gonna have red sauce all over your kitchen.
And don't lift it while it's running. It's what
No.
Yeah, just start swinging, won't it?
Yep. Slings it all over the place. Okay. I love my little immersion blender. This is only the second one I've ever had. I had one and it lasted, I bet you, 15 years or longer. So this is how. There's a little onion. Okay, there's a little onion in there. I'll put it back in and get that little piece of onion. See that? That may be the core. I'll take that out. All right. I'm going to put this on medium-high heat, or medium, probably medium. And I'm going to cook it for about probably 20-25 minutes because I want all those flavors to blend. So in the meanwhile, I'll get out my chicken, I'll get out everything else it takes, and when our sauce gets ready, then we'll put our enchiladas together. Okay, y'all, this is my enchilada sauce. I want y'all to look at that. Man, that is some good looking stuff. I'm gonna taste of it, make sure. Oh my, y'all make your own. It is so, so good. I got all my ingredients out back here for my chicken. Now, mine is going to be different from probably anybody else's because I look at recipes and I just come up with what I want. So, I'm using chicken today. Now, if you notice, these are 2 different colors of chicken. I like the breast. Roy likes the thigh. This is chicken breast. See how light it is? This is chicken thighs. What I do, because I can get them cheaper, I buy thighs that are the skin on and the bone. When I get them home, I debone them, I deskin them. Sometimes I leave the skin on if I'm going to use it for a certain recipe. But I have taken my really, really sharp knife here, which I love, and I just cut it in little old teeny thin strips. Now I'm trying to kind of mince this chicken because I want it in really small pieces, and it's partially frozen. And any meat that you have to cut like this, always do it when it's a little icy. And even if it's fresh, put it in the freezer for a little bit and just let it get a little bit cold, and it slices so much better.
And keep your fingers out from under the knife.
Yeah, keep your fingers out from under the knife, of course. Oh, you learn that pretty quickly, don't you? If you're in the kitchen much, you learn it pretty quickly because you don't want to get cut very often.
I've had run-ins with my pocket knife over the years.
Oh, yeah. All right. I think I'm just going to do that. Now, this chicken breast, I think I've got about enough chicken cooked. Now, you can use rotisserie chicken. You can boil your chicken, but I like to do mine like this because I'm going to season mine. Now, I've watched several videos where they do not season their chicken before they put it in their wrap. But I want mine seasoned. So, and I want my seasoning cooked in my chicken. So, that's the reason that I like to do mine like this. Just gives it another element of flavor. All right. I'm going to set this to the side and I'll put this in another dish. I'll finish this. All right, put it right there. Bring my clean cutting board, wash my hands, and my bleach water. I always have a hot, soapy sink of bleach water. So, and y'all, Roy just reminded me, well, he told me, I touched this mat before I washed my hands. My hands are clean now. I have washed them. I have 3 or 4 of these mats. These are Pampered Chef. I've had people ask me where I get them. They're Pampered Chef, and I love them. So, but I was telling you, my towel is clean because I wash it with bleach water. So, all right, my pan is on behind me. I've got about 3 tablespoons of oil in it. Whatever oil that you want to put in yours. I'm going to put my chicken. Now I'm going to season my chicken like I told you. I'm going to put, this is about a 1/3 cup of onions, and I've got them kind of minced. So I'm going to put about a 1/3. That's about a 1/4 cup of onions. I'm going to put about, this is cumin. I know I've got my enchilada sauce seasoned, but I want to season my chicken. Now this is chili.
How much of that cumin was that?
This is a 1/2 tablespoon of each one. Okay? All right, now this is Mexican oregano. It's called La Fiesta. And I just think it's just going to give it a little element of flavor. So I'm going to put that in there. If I can see where I've already got it open. My grandson got this for me. Alright, this is a teaspoon. And it wasn't full. I don't want to open the package completely. So I got to find my opening.
Well, right now it's beating you 5 to 6.
It is. I may have to go ahead. There we go. All right, that was like a teaspoon and a half because my first one wasn't a full teaspoon. So that's a teaspoon and a half of my Mexican oregano. All right. And I'm going to put a little bit of salt. Not much. This is just to your taste. A little bit of pepper. To me, this is just going to give it another element of flavor. Roy and I love flavor. We're not used to bland food, I can assure you. And if you watch my videos, you will know. This is a good time to share this video, subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell. And always leave me a comment. I try to answer you back as much as I can. And my recipes are always in the description box. So if I don't get it on when I put the video on, within several hours, I come back and I put it on that video. So just wanted to remind y'all of that.
And remember, she's always trying to cook delicious, healthy, low glycemic and low carb foods for the whole family, not just for one person dieting, although it's good for just one person dieting
But everybody loves this. So.
I mean.
All right. I'm going to let my chicken cook and we'll be back.
Grandma,
right.
What do you do when you don't have enough sauce?
When you don't have enough sauce and you don't have any more fire roasted tomatoes, you go to your pantry and you open a can of red enchilada sauce.
Which isn't up to speed.
Taste of it before you use it. This tastes nothing like my enchilada sauce.
Her homemade enchilada sauce.
My homemade is thin and it doesn't have any seasonings in it. Not to suit me.
So what are you gonna do?
So what am I gonna do?
That's what I asked.
I'm gonna get all my, when you have a glitch in the kitchen, just stop what you're doing and take care of it. So, I'm gonna turn it on right here. This is cumin. I'm putting 1 teaspoon of cumin. This is garlic. I'm going to put a teaspoon of garlic powder. A teaspoon of onion powder. Now I put onions in my homemade, but I'm just going to use onion powder in this. All right. And let me get a little spoon here. I'm going to stir this around and taste of it. Now I've got some brown monk fruit. Y'all know I use brown monk fruit in my other. So I'm going to put a tablespoon.
They can use brown sugar if they don't
Yeah.
want to go the.
Whatever sweetener you want to put in yours.
Just puts carbs in.
Yep. So, all right, my chicken is done. I've got everything ready except redoing this enchilada sauce. So I'm gonna taste of it in just a second, as soon as I get everything stirred up in it good. All right, I'm gonna taste, y'all.
Watch your face closely.
That's a lot better. A lot better.
Y'all didn't see her off camera when she tasted it, that can.
I went, oh. Now, for y'all, those of you who love it, then that's fine.
Well, some housewives come in with children and homework and all that kind of stuff. They have to go with what they got, which is a can.
But it doesn't take but a second to
Fix it.
to spice it up just a little bit. Yeah, just like I'm doing. This is going to take me maybe 10 minutes. So I've got it on medium high. I'm going to let it cook for probably 10 minutes because this is already cooked now. I'm just going to cook it long enough to let those spices blend. And then we're going to come back and put all this together. I've got my fresh tomatoes. I've got fresh onions. I've got 2 different kinds of cheeses. I've got Fiesta blend cheese and sharp cheddar. And I've got some sour cream. Roy loves sour cream. So we'll be back in a minute.
All right. Are we about to make some enchiladas here?
We are. All right, y'all. I'm going to put some in the bottom of my dish here. I'm going to set this to the side for right now. Now remember, these are my 0 carb tortilla shells right here. All right. Now y'all can do this any way you want. I have watched people, they pre-cook these, they fry them in oil, then they put their filling in it. But I'm not going to do that. And, but I am going, I think, I'm going to try this. I saw one woman, she puts her wrap down in her tortilla like that. These are going to be big wraps. All right, I'm going to put, I've already got this seasoned really well, so I'm not going to season my inside of my wrap. All right, now this is messy, but you know what? Messy's good. And my hands are clean, okay? Now I'm going to do that. I might not be able to get all 8 in here. We'll see. Okay, let me get, I may have to cook that extra chicken, but we'll have what we have. So, all right, cheese. Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do with this one. Now, you can do whatever you want. This is just, Roy loves sour cream. Now, you can use cilantro if you want to. Whatever seasonings you want in yours, that's fine. And I'm going to put a few tomatoes. This is just a little variation of how you can do
you put
it.
any sauce in there with it, or just what what went on the wrap?
No.
Okay.
All right.
You can always cut these in half to make
Oh, yeah.
smaller
Or you can
ones.
buy smaller ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I like it like this. That looks good in your pan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does. All right. It may only make 5, but that's okay because that's all Roy and I can eat anyway. because these are big. We won't eat but one apiece.
Right.
All right. And this one, I'm going to put a few tomatoes. We're going to cook this in the oven for, that's the reason I didn't pre-cook my shells, is my wraps, is because they're going to cook in the oven for like 20 or 25 minutes. So I said, I'm not going to that extra step. All right. Just roll them. All right. Push my sauce.
If you don't have sour cream, chopped dill pickle will go real good in there. I know Grandmama's going to say, Roy, you are crazy.
Not to me.
But I love dill pickles too.
Oh. He has a weird palate, or maybe I have the weird palate. I'm not sure, but anyway.
It's mine. But it sure does taste good on my palate.
It does. All right, I'm putting a few tomatoes, and I'm going to put some cheese. And I'm not going to put any more sour cream because I may get it, and I'm not fond of sour cream. All right, roll it. I think we can get, let's see if I've got enough chicken. I'm not going to be able to put, you know what? Let me do this. Because I want some on my wraps. So, all right. Y'all, I know it looks messy, but...
Oh, it looks good to me. Just get out of the way.
It sure is fun. All right.
I'll eat part of it before you even put it in the oven.
I know. All right. And I'm going to put a few more tomatoes.
Oh, yeah.
Just right there. Okay.
You could pour in a little lime juice.
Yeah, now you could do lime.
On top of those tomatoes. That would really give it a zap.
All right. I think I got enough chicken for one more.
One more.
Let me do this. Because I do want my wraps. And I'm going to pour this sauce over all of them anyway. So I would not have had enough if I had not opened that can and doctored it up some. Okay. All right. I'll let Roy put his own sour cream on after.
Yep.
Okay. And I think I'm going to put a few onions in this one because we love onions.
I love onions too.
You can do it any way you want to. This is yours. Your kitchen, you do it the way you want to. All right. All right. I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that was 6. Let me wash my hands. Don't turn it off. Just give me a second.
The onions may not be real authentic Mexican, but once you cross into Georgia,
hey, yeah,
it becomes Southern
Georgia,
Mexican, doesn't it?
Good.
That's right. You can use onions anytime you want to.
All right.
It's called Southernese.
That's right. And we're about 60 miles from Vidalia where they grow the Vidalia onions. So, you know what? All right, I'm just going to put all that in there. That's my sauce. And
you can sprinkle that chicken in there too, Rose.
I will. That's a good idea, honey. I had just a little bit left. So I'll just put it right down here at the end. All right. Now, I'm going to put fresh tomatoes on this.
Yeah.
Now I know this is not authentic, y'all, but it's the way we like it and the way we want it.
All right. How about some dill pickle in there?
No dill pickle. Sorry. You can put it on after the fact. All right, I'm going to sprinkle a few onions, not many.
Yeah.
Just a few. Now, y'all, this is the way we like to eat.
I said it was Southernese.
I'll let Roy put sour cream on his when it comes out. Now, I'm going to cover this pretty well in cheese. Now my oven is on 350 degrees. Y'all, this looks so good.
Oh, gracious.
And I'm hungry. I didn't do breakfast this morning, so. All right, I'm going to put all this. This was probably about 3 cups of cheese altogether.
I'm so thankful to our Hispanic folks who created these wonderful dishes in Mexico and brought them to the United States.
Oh, yeah. Now, we've been to Mexico and eaten the authentic food.
Oh, it's good.
It is delicious.
Yeah.
We have Americanized it a lot because when you go over there and eat the authentic, it's like Italy. We've taken Italian food and made it American, because I've been to Italy, and it's not like what you eat over here, and neither is it in Mexico. So, all right, y'all look at this. Doesn't that look delicious? We are going to put this in a 350-degree oven, and I'm gonna cook it until my cheese gets bubbly and browned a little bit, probably 20 to 25 minutes. So, see y'all back in just a few minutes. Hot, hot, hot.
What you got, Grandmama?
You always on my right, baby.
I'm coming around.
Okay, y'all. I can only imagine how good this is gonna be. I got raw sour cream here.
Woo.
All right, I'm gonna pull this over a little bit. All right. You gonna taste?
Yeah.
That's,
I'll go after you
that's
do.
mine.
She always uses the short spoon.
I always use the
fork.
short fork. I do not like those long forks. Ooh, that one's got a lot of cheese on it. Okay.
While she's got her head turned, I'm gonna sneak my dill pickles. She told me I couldn't, but I'm showing her I can. Dill pickle.
Y'all, I would not put dill pickle on this. Not at all.
If you don't have the sour cream, or even if you do, it's good. How do I get 2 forks?
Y'all, oh my.
Okay,
Mmm,
here we go.
honey, I'm not even an enchilada lover. These are delicious. Now I love tacos, my homemade tacos. Oh my goodness.
Girl,
Y'all, that 0 carb tortilla shell, wow.
this may be the first time I'm gonna eat the whole enchilada. That's good.
Y'all, oh, that's good. Okay, if you make enchiladas, try this recipe. I'm telling you, it is really, really good. It's delicious. You like it with the sour cream. Now you can put cilantro on this if you want to. It's just up to you.
Actually, I like the pickle a little better.
Oh, okay. Well,
Now-
whatever floats your boat.
Now, you know some folks are gonna question whether or not this is 0 glycemic load carb, but because of the onions and the tomatoes. But
Right.
believe me, if you look up the glycemic load for this dish, you're gonna find it per serving less than 1.5 glycemic load, which is basically 0 carb load.
And somebody asked me how is the wrap 0 carb, because it's hand me that package over there, baby. The smaller ones are 7 grams of carbs and 7 proteins. This one is 14 carbs and 14
Fiber.
fiber. I don't mean protein.
And you subtract the
14
fiber.
fiber and no added sugars. So we do net carbs. When you subtract the fiber from the carbs, then you get 0 net carbs. So
And the glycemic load is
some
is
people
0.
don't understand that. So, all right, food feeds the family, family feeds the heart, God feeds the soul.
And Rose feeds me.
That's right. Put deliciousness back in your enchiladas. Love y'all. See you next time.
Do something nice for somebody.